Cold continues to grip the city tonight. You'll want to bundle up because it's going to get even worse. The frigid temperatures aren't stopping skiers here at Woodbine Beach, but it's set to get even colder tonight, with Environment Canada warning of wind chills near minus 35. Some areas could see blowing snow with wind gusts of up to 60 kilometers an hour. With more on this deep freeze, let's bring in our weather specialist, Noor Afat. Noor, just how long is this going to last?
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Well, I can tell you right now, the deep freeze is going to last through the weekend. So there is the bad news there. The good news is, as we head into this upcoming week, milder and better days are ahead. Temperatures even climbing above the freezing mark for some areas. So there's something to look forward to. But yes, it's been a challenging time ever since the onset of that cold front yesterday. And many of us really felt it Friday evening. My question is, did you ever even go out yesterday? And if you did, how long did it take you to regret it? Because my decision was instant. Minus 17 for your overnight low in Toronto, with the wind chill feeling close to minus 27. Extreme cold warnings extend through the GTHA and beyond. Southwestern, southern, eastern, and even central parts of the province are set to see wind chill values again near the minus 30 overnight tonight, and that includes the Toronto region. We have seen some changes as well when it comes to those winds. Many weather stations, by the way, are having difficulty calculating data, so I do apologize for the missing data. But we've seen gusts in the Toronto region around the 40 kilometer per hour range. As the day progressed today, around the 60 kilometer per hour range in areas like Goderich. So that's where we see those snow squall warnings in place. Heading into the evening, 5 additional centimeters could be possible, and blowing snow advisories extend through London, Shelburne, Kitchener, Niagara Falls, and St. Catharines. For those communities that are seeing gusts into the 60 kilometer per hour range or 50 kilometer per hour range heading into the evening. So that's why we're seeing those snow squalls continue. As we warned you about before, things are set to change heading into tomorrow afternoon. Those winds are set to calm down, so we'll see that snow squall activity also calm down, and another chance to see that bright, beautiful sunshine just like you did today. So expect a whole lot of that vitamin D come tomorrow. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of warmth. Just how cold? Well, how about near minus 30 with the wind chill early in the morning, a high of minus 13 degrees. Kevin?
Thanks, Noor. Forecast time with Noor Afat. Noor, it sounds like if you're anywhere in the country and you're fed up with the weather you got now, don't worry, it's going to change.
Yes, that is certainly the case, Kevin. A switch up is in the works from east to west coast. We know in the east, many have been dealing with that extreme cold.
Yep.
Milder temperatures are ahead, some even climbing above the freezing mark out west. They've been seeing mild temperatures. Those are set to continue heading into this upcoming week, and then the Arctic air returns. Let's take a look. Well, I'm sure many community members will not be racing to head out the door come tomorrow because of those extremely cold temperatures. A wind chill at minus 30, guys. It's imperative to be mindful of how quickly frostbite can form in temperatures like this. Covering exposed skin is really necessary in order to avoid some of those cold-related injuries. Minus 13 by the afternoon, a wind chill at minus 23. So it's not like it's going to get a whole lot warmer. Certainly the sunshine, though, will attract a lot of people to the great outdoors, which is why it's important for us to be prepared for temperatures like these. You can see we're not the only ones suffering through this. Many in central and eastern Canada, as I mentioned, feeling the deep freeze, and out west, complete different story. Spring-like and even summer-like temperatures for many. Another day with record-breaking highs in BC and Alberta just yesterday, and we're expecting that to continue through the weekend. Now, heading into the next few days, as I mentioned, the switch-up will be things get milder over here and things get colder over there. The problem is for us, when things get mild, well, we're not going to see highs into the 9 or 10 or 20 degrees that the prairies have seen. Unfortunately, our milder temperatures will be a return to seasonal, if not slightly above. So I'm not expecting any shorts and t-shirts anytime soon, but you can certainly look forward to not freezing your head off when you're heading out the door. Sunday, beautiful wall-to-wall sunshine for the GTH, much of southern Ontario and eastern Ontario, I should say, even into the southwest. Monday, cloud cover starts to form, although it's mostly dry. And then as we head into Tuesday, here comes this guy. I noticed that there's some freezing rain associated with this, and that could be experienced in southwestern Ontario because of how mild the temperatures will be by Tuesday. It's a fast-moving system. Unfortunately, it comes during a tough time, which is that morning commute. So it's going to be a bit of a messy one in Toronto, although it will move on pretty quickly. likely there will be some windy conditions associated with this, so we will see some blowing snow and again a potential of reduced visibility. -14 Peterborough, -14 in Vaughan, and heading into Guelph as well. By Monday, -6 wind chill values in the morning at -23, +2 on Tuesday. Stories a return to seasonal temperatures Thursday, Friday, and then climbing a bit above heading into Saturday.
Get your dog's tail wagging with the Global News dog walking forecast weekdays with Ross Hull and the Canadian Bros in the morning and Anthony Farnell with Storm the Weather Dog at 6. Brought to you by Wren's Pets, your local pet experts.
Extreme cold temperatures are reaching a peak tonight. Environment Canada warning of wind chills as low as -35 and a frostbite risk that's set to last through Sunday night. For more on this ongoing deep freeze, let's bring in weather specialist Noor Rafat. Noor, when can we expect some relief from this Arctic air?
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Well, I'll give it to you straight. The bad news right away is that Arctic air will last through the weekend. So bundle up tomorrow because it's going to be a tough day ahead. But after tomorrow and after Monday, the good news is we're going to see some great changes in Ontario as temperatures start to milden out and even climb above the freezing mark in areas like Toronto. Certainly not happening tonight, though. -16 with a wind chill at -25. The GTHA and beyond are under that extreme cold warning. Southwestern, southern, eastern, even into central parts of Ontario for those wind chill values, as Kevin mentioned, into the -30 to -35 range overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. If you remember the onset of that cold front yesterday evening, we felt it in a number of different ways. The blizzard-like conditions was one thing in the GTHA, but those gusting winds up to 80 kilometers per hour were something else, and we've seen significant improvements since then when it comes to the winds. Still quite breezy on the shores of Lake Huron, though. And that is unfortunately what has continued to fuel some of these snow squalls into Goderich at this hour, even into Niagara Falls and Buffalo as well. So we'll start to see those winds die down heading into the afternoon tomorrow. So the snow squalls will also die down. If you love the sun today, you'll love the sun tomorrow because we've got wall-to-wall conditions in southern Ontario and into the east as well. And I'll say it to you once, enjoy the sun because it's not going to last all weekend long. Temperature-wise, though, yeah, you can expect a lot more cold. Wind chill values near -30 in the morning. By the afternoon, -23 is what we're expecting. Kevin?
Thanks, Noor. Valerie Malte has one. All right, time for the forecast. And if you're in a bit of a February funk, there is a great meteorological mix-up here happening in 2026. Noor Rafat's here to explain.
I just want to say 10 out of 10 throw, Kevin.
Yeah,
That was good.
thank you.
Meteorological mix-up, we love it. And he is absolutely right. For many across the country, the east, we've been suffering from a lot of Arctic, deep, freezing air.
Yep.
We are in for milder temperatures in this upcoming week. For the prairies, mild continues for the next few days, but
And then boom.
boom, boom, a return
Mix.
to seasonal. Well, I don't anticipate people rushing to head outside tomorrow because of how cold it's going to be, but maybe the sunshine will entice you. If it does, well, make sure you're dressed for the conditions because in temperatures and wind chills like these, the risk of frostbite is alleviated. Exposed skin could freeze in a matter of minutes. So do be mindful of the risk of cold-related injuries. A high at -13, your average -2 degrees. Certainly safe to say this is not normal during this time of the year, and we've been suffering in other parts of central and eastern Canada with that deep freeze. The opposite once again in the prairies, where they're seeing record-breaking highs into areas like BC and Alberta. Again, mid-teens, upper teens, and into the 20s. Yeah, a lot of envious eyes to the west right now. And well, the good news is we will see milder temperatures of our own into this upcoming week. I'll give you the other bad news, which is it won't be by any means +20. So do be prepared for that. If you want to take a trip out west, maybe you can do that because I can't offer you what they're offering over there. Sunshine, though, which is good news. That has been a nice stretch Nice addition to the weekend amid those cold temperatures, and that will continue into your Sunday. By Monday, we are already clouding over. There will be some sunny breaks in the afternoon, but again, not as bright as what you saw this weekend, and that's in anticipation of this guy. A snowy system moving in with heavy snow. The timing, not the greatest, because this will be during your overnight and morning commute in the GTHA. So, expecting a mess on the roads. This will be wet snow, which is annoying to clear off, but there's also some freezing rain associated with this, and it could push into parts of the Golden Horseshoe. Now, it's a fast-moving system, or faster than what we've seen in days past, which means accumulation for the Toronto region, maybe 2 to 3 centimeters, and again, because it's wet snow, it will be harder to accumulate. -14 in Vaughan, -13 in Guelph. It's -7 into Monday in Toronto, so still below average, but right back down or up to +1 on Tuesday and Wednesday. We're in for some seasonal temperatures Thursday and Friday, and then warming up again by Saturday to the freezing mark.
Still to come, from curling rings to wedding